What up, boy?
Can you at least say hi? Say hi,
Hello.
everybody.
What's up, dude?
Hello.
Can you say hi,
Mm.
Josh?
Gus?
Say
Hi,
hi,
Eli.
Keith.
Hi.
Say hi,
Hi,
Keith.
Eli.
Peace.
What up?
Say where's Sam?
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
I, I think Sam isn't he like literally stuck in a ditch?
Where is that stinky guy?
Oh, probably being stinky
Say
somewhere.
you say see you later. Say bye-bye.
You leaving?
Hi.
Gonna
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
go
You have to wave
play in the
bye-bye.
kitchen?
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Hi.
See ya, buddy.
Okay. Go say, Mommy, help.
Help, help, my.
Yeah, he was having a little bit of a freak out. He wanted to.
His,
Anytime
in-
I'm on Zoom, he wants to say hi to everybody. So
his
he's
Uh,
internet
he's
buddies.
he's
Did you
said
did
hi to uh the Young Alumni Council. He said hi to the Department of Media Board, all in the past couple days. So he's
man, he's already
he's
more
all
media
over the
trained than
place.
me.
It's crazy.
Uh, did did you
Smiling
see
wave, boys.
my text in response to his meltdown?
I did not. But you are that special.
Uh, yeah,
Oh,
just yeah
okay.
for the chat. I said so Nathan gave us a heads up that uh Eli was having a meltdown because he wanted to say hi to us. I was like, just tell him we ain't that special. Since we're waiting for Sam, do we want to chat about the WWE event that we went to?
I think that'd be a perfect thing to chat about. So we'll start off with saying, and welcome to episode 31 of Hexproof from Ward. We are in part 11 of our Chinese Zodiac deck building series, and Josh is the leader of the pack tonight for the Year of the Dog.
I will be the one letting the dogs out.
Yes, you will. So we'll start.
Woo.
We'll start instead of starting with MTG news. We'll start with our other news. Hexproof from Ward did get to hang out at WrestlePalooza, and we waited until about like an hour and a half to maybe like 2 hours maybe before the show started, and we got our tickets. And when we got there, we found out that our tickets were even better than what we thought they were, and we happened to be like up against the barrier where all of the wrestlers come in, and that was crazy. So we all took different videos and stuff like that. So we'll add them in here so you can see how insane the seats were. It was epic, to say the least, I think. What'd you guys think?
Well, it was my first event ever, so it was absolutely entertaining the whole time. I didn't realize being like you had warned me, like being so close to the entrance, how much pyrotechnics were going on and how many fireworks. Like I straight up smelled like gunpowder on when I got home. I was like, smell like a bootlegged fireworks store or something like that. But yeah, so it's also cool because we got to see like the media side of everything, and it was we got to review everything and look back on the photos and try to find ourselves in the crowd. And I managed to get Mike Wazowski'd almost every time, like from Monsters Inc., where the Mike Wazowski, he's on a magazine and they put the barcode right over his face, or he's in the commercial and they put the logo right over his face. I managed to do that every time, so I think maybe Nathan could put up a few examples on there. But it's quite funny. You just see the top of my bald head, maybe half my, like some of my glasses. Just like I think I would have had to try to hide myself from pictures any better than I did.
Yeah, it was pretty funny to see. Keith, what did you think overall?
I
And then we'll
mean,
kind of break down matches after that, if you guys
it
are
was
cool with that.
awesome. It was action packed and there was like almost no downtime. It was really cool. Saw the super popular people right now, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, my I really liked how the LED screen takes over not only like the backdrop but also the whole floor and like it changes out with different things happening and stuff like that. I thought that was super cool. So, did you guys have like a favorite match of the night that you wanted to talk about at all?
I don't know, just because it was my first one, and I could actually recognize some people just because they're like legends to even someone who is not versed in the wrestle lore. But seeing John Cena and Brock Lesnar, they're like both like closer to 50 than anything, and they're just chucking each other, and they're all like cl pushing 300 pounds, like just the sheer athletic prowess to just throw a 350 pound dude is just, or like, I don't even know how much they weigh, but it's just like, just throw like that much just dude chucking,
Just,
just
just
freaking chucking them right after each other.
well, and they kept doing it over and over and over again too. And it's just like, dude, Brock was almost throwing John Cena out of the ring almost every single time there for a second, and that was just crazy to see 2 48-year-olds just going at it, and that's nuts.
Uh, 248-year-olds going at it was also my search history. So
what, what did you think, Keith? What was your favorite? Did you have a
Yeah,
favorite match
the
at all?
athleticism, yeah, was just kind of nuts. Um, Obviously, they're definitely top tier athletes being able to throw everyone around like that. Um, yeah, seeing John Cena is probably my highlight though, also. And he brought out his little tots and paraded them around. It was so cool, his entrance.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
had
know,
his own
I
little
love seeing
Scott's
him.
tots.
It was really cool.
That was awesome. It makes me wonder, though, if there's something in the story about that later. It just seemed a little, I don't know, with everything he's had going on, it's kind of hard to tell if he's really happy about it or if he's just kind of doing it. I don't know. With him, with his little quick little heel turn that he had for a little while, we'll have to see if he used all those kids for another thing. We cracked some packs during Bronson Reed, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and the Usos taking on each other during with LA Knight as a special guest ref, and I opened a professional wrestler from my Spider-Man play booster, so that was pretty fun. Um, I thought the mixed tag team like uh, match was pretty cool. With CM Punk and AJ Lee, his wife coming back after 10 years of being away, taking on Seth freaking Rollins and the man Becky Lynch. That was a fun one. That kind of was a highlight. Just being able to see like people still love AJ and seeing her do her thing. Um, and then I thought that for the women's world championship, I think that was the most like high flying like stunts and everything. That was really cool. EO and Stephanie really know what they're doing in the ring. They're a lot of fun to watch. And then Keith, you said that you like the Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre match, the championship match. Uh,
Yes.
just cool being able to see Cody Rhodes live too.
I mean, he's huge. He's gonna, break into Hollywood soon. Also, at one point, when the Undertaker, well, when American Bad Ace showed up, my Apple Watch triggered with like a high decibel warning. So it was insanely loud in there.
When
It
that
was
bell
cool.
rang and he showed up, that was crazy. And then the fact that the motorcycle he rode in on was made in Anderson is pretty sick too. I think that was cool. So that was our breakdown.
yeah. And then we're about 10 minutes out from when I messaged Sam and we haven't heard back. So we want to kind of dive into it, then we can cue him in if he checks in.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
So let's go ahead and dive into our other MTG news. So Spider-Man is here. So we've cracked 2 packs of Spider-Man.
Thwip, thwip,
Uh
thwip.
yeah. Keith and I opened a pack. Josh cracked a pack of Modern Horizons 3 at WrestlePalooza. If you haven't watched our cracking packs with pals, those 3 are uploaded. You can check them out. Um, someone
Yeah.
said that play boosters aren't fun to watch people open.
That's fair.
You know,
I got a
it's
couple
fine.
rares in mine. It's
It's
cool.
that's a fair take. I mean, like there's, we picked them up at a local shop, but I mean, there's only the one rare. I get the collector's boosters. I'm sure like most of the people cracking packs are like throwing down. So like,
Yeah.
but I think it was like the environment, like just like have sometimes the mac and cheese off the back porch hits better than the steak at the chain restaurant, you know?
It's
I'm
just
all for if people want to give us $70 to blow for cracking up collectors boosters. Go ahead and just send us an email that you want to send us that 70 $80 for those packs, and we'll open those packs. We will crack those packs for you, and we'll send them to you. We'll just open your packs and we'll ship them out, just like some of the other YouTube folks do. But as of now, we can't do that. The Wizard of Barge Kickstarter is still going. There's a couple of freebies that have been unlocked for hitting goals, so like free stickers, stuff like that. So if you haven't already joined that, you should because you're gonna get cool stuff. And then MagicCon Atlanta this weekend. If you're going, have a good time, be safe, wear comfortable shoes, take snacks, bring a water bottle. You guys have any like last minute tips for people that are going that may want to, just think about these last minute things before they go?
Reiterating, carrying cash can be helpful. Um, yeah, then it's also they're like big crowds, so then if just having like locations to meet up at like in advance to like corral towards because it's really easy to lose your friends and lose your groups and because everyone's like a nerd who's dressed like a nerd, so you're just gonna lose out. You're gonna lose yourself. You're gonna lose others, and it's just yeah. Or wear like a big fancy hat. I don't know. Mix it up. Make yourself identifiable. One of those reflective vests, like you're doing road work or something.
I would say pack light. I mean, if you're carrying a backpack, I mean, don't bring your whole magic collection unless you came to like trade and sell it or something like that, because you're gonna be hauling that thing around all day. And yeah, I like a minimal kit. It's a little bit easier to haul around. I mean, as long as you can carry two, three decks or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I started at the last MagicCon. I started carrying 2 fanny packs. One with like trail mix, Nutribane bars, liquid IV type stuff. So like snacky stuff. And then like my Infinitokens and some dice. And then the other one had 2 deck boxes that are 3D printed and can hold commander decks, but they're like horizontal instead of being like boxes. They're slimmer so they could fit into my fanny pack. So like what Keith was saying, if you have a hotel or something, pare your decks down because one, you're not going to want to carry them on. Two, I think you'd be surprised with the amount of decks that you'll be able to play with all the other
Yeah.
stuff that's going on. Like, yeah,
And then make
Yeah.
sure you stick your hands in the sticky snack fanny pack before you play your theft deck.
exactly. Yep. In other news, I wanted to shout out my brother. He officially was accepted by the board of the city of Anderson today, so he officially is a lateral hire for the city of Anderson.
Yippee.
They have 3 of the most uh, ran ambulances in the state of Indiana and the country. So, good luck. I hope you get some rest over there because it's going to be nuts for a little while. But um, very proud of you. Keep doing what you do. You're awesome. Um, with that, talking about that dog, Let's get into the year of the dog. Josh, break it down for us, buddy.
Okay, Year of the Dog. And okay, the dog is the 11th animal in the 12-year cycle. This is coming after the rooster and before the pig. The pig will be closing out our whole uh, episode series. But yeah, in recent years, the dogs included 2018, 2006, 1994, 1982, 1970, and 1958. The next dog year is 2030. And um in the Chinese astrology, dog has a keen sense of justice, valor, and loyalty. Betrayal is not part of their dictionary. They're courageous, helpful, humble, and kind-hearted, with a spirit of selfless dedication and 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 just unshakable morality.
I thought you were going to say indigestion.
Upset stomach, diarrhea, and indigestion.
This episode's brought to you by Pepto-Bismol.
Yes. But yeah, so there we go. And let's go ahead and you want to throw your dog guesses at me?
Ooh,
We're going to throw our
I,
dogs
f-
at you.
I found
Yeah.
a cool one.
Yeah. Shoot.
You mean like the actual card?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
gambit it.
So I found Interceptor Shadow's Hound. It's 2 and 2 black legendary creature dog from Final Fantasy. So as menace assassins you control menace and assassins you control have menace, but it has whenever you attack with one or more legendary creatures, you may pay 2 and black. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. So this is a loyal little guy who always comes back to fight with its owner.
Yeah. Then with like all the
And
Assassin's Creed cards, you just have plenty of options.
yeah, and it's a little bit of a atypical color combo because you think dog, maybe they're like green or white. There's a lot of that stuff going on. So this is a little interesting, can be built a little different way. That's all I got.
You ready for mine? We don't have Sam's yet. I text Sam to have him send
Oh
me
yeah,
his pick.
true, true.
He hasn't sent it yet. My choice is a fun one. Yoshimaru, Ever Faithful. For 1 white, you get a legendary creature, Dauk. Whenever another legendary permanent enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Yoshimaru, Ever Faithful. And he has partner. Um, some of the saddest flavor text in Magic. Day after day, he sat there knowing that the Wanderer would soon be back for him. Little did he know the Wanderer did not come back. But yeah. Um, and then I was thinking we could pair the dog with, I mean, there's another dog with partner, um, but that one wasn't my choice. So my partner choice, because we're playing with +1/+1s, why not pick another partner with +1/+1s? So Rayhan, last of the Abzan, for one, a black and a green. You get the human warrior, Rayhan, with who enters the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever a creature you control dies or is put into the command zone, if it had one or more +1/+1 counters on it, you may put that many +1/+1 counters on target creature. So I just think those two together would be an awesome pick. And I'm not even joking. Sam just sent me his picks, and I will show you who his picks are. Can you see that? Can everybody see
Yep.
that?
Oh wow.
So that's pick
Yeah.
number one,
Yeah.
and that's pick number two.
Would you look at that?
Oh,
So
yeah.
Sam and I literally
Couple of
just picked the
familiar
same exact
dogs.
partners, and that's crazy that he literally sent that text as I was talking
Yeah.
to you all about who my picks are. So I'm gonna text him and say that that's insane.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I would like to report that is insane.
Yeah. Okay.
Were we close? Sort of.
That's I'll let Nathan
I just
uh
text him. He's
text him.
got it.
Okay.
He's got it. Yep.
Are you guys ready for this?
I don't think
So,
so.
I don't think so after you said that the way you said it.
okay. So, I am bringing us Torgal, a fine hound. He is a wolf from Final Fantasy. He is
Hmm.
an uncommon commander. He is
Ooh.
yeah. For 1 and a green, you get Legendary Wolf. Whenever you cast your first human spell each turn, that creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each dog and or wolf you control. It also has tap, add 1 mana of any color.
Cool.
Then,
Wow.
oh, and then,
He's a
so,
pretty dog.
yeah, so
And he's
then,
a dork, a little dorky dog.
yeah. So,
What would you name this deck, Josh?
oh, I would name it Year of the Dog, a fine deck. Because Torgal is a fine hound.
Gotta have some good humans to go along with these dogs.
Yeah, so then let you pull it up. I do have some ground rules for my deck to
Ooh,
keep it
yeah.
Okay.
spicy.
Give me 1 second. Let me get this shared so I can write down what the rules are, so I don't forget what my rules are, and then name off a whole bunch of stuff that makes no sense.
Okay.
Okay, I've got it pulled up. Let me get everybody in the center of the screen so I can see better when I'm typing. Okay. All right. What are your rules?
My rules. This is going to be a bracket 2 deck. Keep those game changers out of here. Also, only creature types allowed are humans, wolves, and dogs. I don't care if the ability synergizes well. I don't want them. And then the other component is because this is the 11th animal in the Zodiac, no cards over $11. Actually, I'll only allow one card that is 11 that is pushing $11. I want this to stay around between 7 and 11. If it's over the 11 mark, it really has to earn its spot. But I'm only allowing one $11 card. The rest have to stay under.
Are you saying the one
Okay.
$11 card because you've already picked one that's that?
Nope. Nope. I just
Okay.
Not at
projecting that there will be
all.
one really cool card that's 11. I haven't done any sort of market analysis, but it'll be like 11 and
Okay.
1 cent, and I'll be like,
Are we
fine.
are we going TCG player prices or Card Kingdom prices?
TCG player.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That was
So,
helpful last time.
yeah, it was.
Any
Uh,
other rules?
so that is it. We are trying to stay on a budget though, so we want to kind of find fun cards that are off the beaten path. So, um, yeah. And so I do have some overarching themes for these decks as well. And then, like my horse video, the cards in them might not necessarily be like all creatures or all artifacts or this, that, or the other. It is more of their functionality and what they're doing within the deck. So,
Cool.
my first category being get off the counter. We've all had to tell our pets that before. But this is going to be synergies around our +1/+1 counters. So first on the list is Terra Symbiosis, an enchantment for 2 and a green. Whenever you put one or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, you may draw that many cards. Do this only once each turn. With our commander, the first human we play gets it +1/+1 counter for each dog or wolf, so we can be drawing bonkers cards off of that. The next one is Loading Zone. For 3 and a green, if one or more counters would be put on a creature, spacecraft, or planet you control, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on it instead. It also has Warp for green, so you can cheat it in a turn and then it exiles after that for a single forest. Then next is the Earth Crystal. For 2 and 2 green, green spells you cast cost one less to cast, and then if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, put twice that many +1/+1 counters on that creature instead. You can also pay 4 2 green and tap it to distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures you control. Then, lastly, the tried and true Hardened Scales. For a single green mana, you get yourself the +1/+1 counter goat card, which is if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, you put that many +1 additional +1/+1 counter. So, to our next area, man, the best friend. So these are going to be humans that synergize well within our themes. So the ones I'm giving here, they all can produce wolves in some capacity. That doesn't necessarily mean that all the humans have to, but these just are kind of overarching themes. One of my favorite cards of all time, Mayor of Avabrook. On his front half, he is a human advisor werewolf for 1 and a green. Other human creatures you control get +1/+1. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast, transform Mayor of Averbrook. He transforms into Howlpack Alpha. Other werewolves and wolves you control get +1/+1. And at the beginning of your end step, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. So he's a banner on either side of him. So just love that value. Then the next one is Kessig Cage Breakers. Another one of my favorite cards of all time. Uh, this is for so for 4 and 1 green, you get a human rogue, and then whenever it attacks, you get a 2/2 green wolf creature token tapped and attacking for each creature card in your graveyard. So mid game, after your board's been wiped a few times, it just helps you reestablish a board like nothing else. And then lastly is the Master of the Wild Hunt. This guy's come down in price pretty significantly from whenever we were playing back in 2014. So, anyway, he at the beginning of your upkeep, you create a 2/2 green wolf, and then also you can tap him to untap and tap all wolf creatures you control. Each wolf tap this way deals damage to equal to its power to target creature. That creature deals damage equal to its power divided as its controller chooses among any number of those wolves. So you just pretty much just have the pack pick them apart. So it's a good way to spot control things. Then, next section we're getting to is Release the Hounds, where these are going to be low to the ground dogs and wolves to get our engine going so that our humans are entering nice and chonky. So we have the Ascendant Wolf Pack. Sorry, no, Ascendant Pack Leader. Sorry. Ascendant Pack Leader. I'm so sorry. You get yourself a wolf that enters with a +1/+1 counter on it if you control a permanent with value 4 or greater. And then whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Ascendant Pack Leader. So get them out early, and you just kind of build throughout the game. Then we also have ourselves a young wolf. I say young wolf. Yeah, it has 1/1 wolf with Undying for a single green. And then we have ourselves the district mascot. Also for a single green, you get yourself a dog mount. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it. You can pay 1 and a green, remove 2 +1/+1 counters from this creature to destroy target artifact, which is nice for spot controlling artifacts. And then whenever this creature attacks while saddled, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and you can saddle for 1. So also helps with +1/+1 sound counter synergies. Okay,
I just can't
next.
believe people are. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Saddling on a small corgi. That's just
Well,
animal cruelty, really.
well, if you look at the wild growth from the set, that corgi does not stay corgi sized.
No, I
So.
know. I know.
Then we're going to strengthen the pack in our next segment, which are just going to be overarching field buffs for our creatures. So we're going to start with Howling Moon. Then, at the beginning of combat on your turn, target wolf or werewolf you control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And then also, whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, create a 2/2 green wolf token. You'll be surprised at how many times people will cast 2 spells in the game of Commander. So yeah, you get a lot of value off that one.
And forget that you have that out on the table too, and just do it.
Pay attention to your triggers, folks. Okay, now we're gonna do Howl of the Night Pack. This is a sorcery for 6 and a green. Put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield for each forest you control.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So that's a good way of also rebuilding your board, kind of mid to late game. Then Feed the Pack, a little bit on the nose, but we love it anyway. 5 and a green. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non-token creature. If you do, create X 2/2 green wolf creature tokens with where X is the sacrifice creature's toughness. So we're making these humans that will be coming in really chonky. Then we can make them go sacrifice them to go wider, and then the next human we play will be even chonkier, and we can rinse and repeat. And then we overrun the whole board with wolves. Okay. Then the next section I call Man and Beast. For this, we're just changelinging it up. So one of my favorite cards of all time, Maxwood Nexus. So now all of our humans are dogs and wolves. All of our dogs are humans and wolves, and all of our wolves are dogs and humans. So it's just gonna look like a furry convention out there, but we're gonna win, and so that's what matters. Now we're also with that, we're also gonna run changelings that will enter and then provide that value as well. So we're going to run a Masked Vandal, which can also spot control a artifact or enchantment. So that is a changeling for 1 and a green. When it enters, you can exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do exile target artifact or enchantment and opponent controls, so that exile is really strong. It can like shut down that artifact simulacrum or whatever you need to get out of the game forever. Then also we are going to run a Realm Walker. This is another shapeshifter for 2 and a green, as changeling, and then as it enters, you choose a creature type. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top of your library. So it essentially just expands our hand for us, which is really nice. Some ones that didn't really fit neatly into a category, but I wanted to throw in here anyway. I want to run Glaring Spotlight as a artifact for a colorless and creatures your opponents control with Hexproof can be targeted by spells you control as though they have Hexproof. You can also pay 3, sacrifice it. Your creatures all gain Hexproof and Unblockable, so it's a good way to close out the game. Then I also want to Inspiring Call is another one that I wanted to mention. You essentially draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter.
What was that card?
I was Inspiring Call.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. So it's for 2 and a green. Draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it, and then those creatures gain indestructible in the middle of turn, so it protects you from a board wipe. Also, it gets you a ton of draw, so lots of value there. Then lastly is just the actually he can go to the human section later. But anyway, then there's some strategies I need your guys' help on. One I call duck hunting, which is where we need to control flyers, and the other one is fetch the stick, which is our ramp. So I'll need your guys' help with the categories I presented and
Okay.
those 2 open ones at the end.
How many lands do you want to run on this, Josh?
I want to start with 35. 35 all forests.
Let me get those in here. Let me switch this to a list view, and then we will get going. All right, so we are at 54 cards to start. So we'll go ahead and go text, and then let me go ahead and sort these by name. That way they're in alphabetical order, because sometimes that works better with my brain when I'm searching. I have a puppy dog that will fit into our dogs, low to the ground kind of dogs that kind of buff themselves. And that's Packsong Pup. So Packsong Pup, for 1 and a green, at the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you control another wolf or werewolf, put a +1/+1 counter on the Packsong Pup. When Packsong Pup dies, you gain life equal to its power.
That's awesome. Has a +1/+1 counter, so you're using everything.
Night Pack Ambusher, another doggo. So for 2 and 2 green, it's a wolf with flash. Other wolves and werewolves you control get +1/+1. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast a spell this turn, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token.
That's cool. You just get a kind of flash buff your field out of nowhere.
I
Oh, yeah.
have. Did you have some more?
No, you go ahead. I've got a couple
Okay.
more, but
So going with the duck hunt theme, I'm assuming we have no flying dogs, so we're going to do a little fly hate. So I have Fell the Pheasant. Fell the Pheasant deals 5 damage to target creature with flying. Create a food token.
nice.
So just some quick targeted removal. And then I have an upper end card at 6 mana. It is Averbruck Caretaker. Creature, human werewolf, 4, 2 green, hexproof, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 1/1 counters on another target creature you control, and it has daybound. So you can flip it. And the other side is hexproof. Other permanents you control have hexproof. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 2 1/1 counters on each creature you control.
I love it.
Perfect. And one of them is like less than 7, so almost didn't make it there. Well, maybe.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's still you're still safe. You cleared the
Okay.
7 mark.
I guess we went up to 11. I forgot.
Yeah, we can go up to 11, but I do like you keeping it low. So, human helper that was strong on the list, and I was surprised is under $11 now is Beast Whisperer. It is a oh shoot, no, that's an elf druid. Get that out of here. I
Get
thought that was
out of here,
human.
dude. Get
The hood
out.
What are
covered
you
the
doing?
the hood
Gone.
covered the eel ears. Get out of here. No, yeah, okay. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to like get elves into the human wolf.
I have a card. I have a card
Okay.
that'll be
Yes,
really
send it.
helpful.
Yeah.
Here we go. Eldrazi. So for 5, creatures you control get +1/+1 and have flying and indestructible. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. If you can't, sacrifice Eldrazi Monument.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, now our wolves fly,
Flying wolves.
and
And they
uh,
have indestructible, so
yeah.
it's pretty fun.
Another card I want, another helping human, that is actually human is Outland Liberator.
Outlander. Outland Liberator.
Is a human werewolf. You can for 1 and a green for a 2/2. It has pay 1, sacrifice it, and destroy target artifact or enchantment. On the other side, get yourself the Frenzied Trap Breaker. Has the same ability where you can sack it to destroy artifact or enchantment. But also, whenever it attacks you, you destroy an artifact or enchantment, depending player control. So we're gonna be dismantling artifacts and enchantments on swing, which is pretty tight.
I found a little human. It is Contortionist Troop. For X and a green, human. Contortionist Troop enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. And at the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control.
Oh, that's fun.
So
Yeah. Honestly, like if you have enough wolves out, you could pay that for 1 and it would come out with like a bunch of +1/+1 counters on it. So
ASAP. Yeah, I'm trying to get some lower mana cost dudes up in here.
Should we have a Garruk's Uprising in here?
yeah, I
Yeah, that
mean,
sounds good.
Okay. Let me get that on here. So for 2 and a green, when Garruk's Uprising enters the battlefield, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Creatures you control have trample. Whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card.
yeah, I mean, just giving everything trample, but with how big our humans are going to get off of our wolves is going to be really helpful. So, really love that one.
Should we throw a Cultivate in here? That would be a way to fetch some lands.
Oh, absolutely.
All the fetch cards for all the little doggies.
I always forget the one that we put in here that lets you get for your biggest creature all of your basics.
It's not the Ents, right? Last March of the Ents, or is it someone else?
No, it's not it.
I never remember either.
I mean, we can just like do like basic like rampant growth and and then Harrow if we wanted.
Harrow. I think a fun overrun would be cool.
Yeah, Overrun for sure. No, we love that. A good way to close out a game, especially because we're going to be bulking up our critters or like just having a bunch of wolves if things are going right. A human that's also going to kind of help us go over the top and crush our opponents is Wild Beastmaster. It's a human for 2 and a green. Whenever Wild Beastmaster attacks, each other creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is Wild Beastmaster's power. If we play her with a few wolves on the field, then our field gets real beefy on swings.
I have Saz Katzroy. It's SAZHKAT for 3 and a green, 3/3 legendary creature, human pilot. Actually, let me check the price. Okay, we're good. Whenever it enters, you may search your library for a bird or basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle, probably land. Whenever he attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, then double the number of 1/1 counters on that creature.
Oh, that's awesome. That's only doing everything we want it to. So then,
Well,
how about a champion of Lambolt? Lambholt. Lambholt. The B is silent. Okay, we've put her in a few of our decks, but we'll keep doing it because she's so good. For 1 and 2 green, you get a human warrior, and then creatures with power less than Champion of Lambolt's power can't block creatures you control. And then whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of Lambolt. Notice this is on ETB and not on cast, so she does get bigger with the tokens that we're making.
I found the card. Traverse the Outlands.
there we go. Commit that to memory.
I think that's a card too. Commit to memory.
That feels blue. Okay, got another human for us. Tusk Guard Captain. Each creature for 2 and a green, each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample.
Nice.
Perfect. I've got a saga. It is summon Fenrir for 2 and a green.
Fenrir.
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 First one lets you tutor a land, put it onto the battlefield tap. Second saga step, when you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it. And third step, draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. And it is also a 3/2 creature saga wolf.
Well, that's only perfect.
Josh,
Yo.
since we're playing all basic forests, can I put an unnatural growth in here?
Sure.
Natural growth for 1 and 4 greens. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn.
Yeah, if everything has trample, that's going to end the game real quick. Then another human that gives us wolves. How about a Tovalar's Huntsmaster? It's a
Okay.
human werewolf for 4 and 2 green. On ETB, you create 2/2 green wolves. And then the other side of it is the Tovalar's Pack Leader. And then whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you get 2/2 green wolves. And then also you can pay 2 and 2 green. Another target wolf or werewolf you control fights target creature you don't control. So it helps us do spot controlling through fighting as well. Karametra's Acolyte. This is a fun one from OG Theros for 3 and a green. You think that's pretty expensive for a dork, but hear me out. You tap her and you add green equal to your devotion to green, and a mono green deck, she's going to be throwing out insane amounts of green mana for us. I found one that Nathan mentioned in a previous episode, which is very applicable here. Surak and Goreclaw for 4 and 2 green.
Goreclaw's a bear, though.
But Surak's a human, so he meets criteria.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know it's like pushing it, but they're still human in
Oh.
the creature type, so we made it.
Okay.
Then has for 4 and 2 green, trample. Other creatures you control have trample, and then whenever another non-token creature you control enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn. So we don't have a ton of ways to give our stuff haste. Excuse me, we don't have a ton of ways to give our stuff haste in this deck, so might as well throw that in there.
I
And
have a fun little card.
yeah.
Throwing it back to D&D days. Choose your weapon. For 2 and a green, choose one. 2-weapon fighting, double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn, or archery. This spell deals 5 damage to target creature with flying.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah, that's a nice. I really like utility cards like that for this. Another low to the ground human with a bunch of keywords on it is Dragon Sniper. From the newest Tarkir set. Just real simple, human archer for a single green with vigilance, reach, and death touch. So that's one way to also protect us from flyers.
Do we want a Return of the Wild Speaker? So
Okay.
it's an instant for 4 and a green. Choose one. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control, or non-human creatures you control get +3/+3 until end of turn.
Ooh, I just saw a centipede on my wall right next to
Oh,
Oh God, it's
That's
lurking.
yeah. So that could definitely work. I think that can help us overrun with our wolves. The only time it would non-bow is if we had Maskwood Nexus out, because then all of our creatures would be human, but that's only one card that would shut it down, so we can still run
True.
it.
Ooh, Corrosive Gale, X and green Phyrexian. Corrosive Gale deals X damage to each creature with flying. So a flying wipe. We have a decent amount of flying removal.
Are you cool with having
Keep
a planeswalker in this deck, Josh?
Uh, Depends on the planeswalker. Pitch it to me.
Okay. Oh, just kidding. I
Oh,
can't. He's not legal.
there's a green planeswalker where he like has a relationship with his dog. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh. It's like Pangu or Yangu. Jiang Yangu.
Here.
He has a doggy.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking of. Yes, we
Yeah.
absolutely need him.
What is it? Can you spell that for me?
Jiangng. So his -1
The one or the
creates
Wildcrafter?
the one, just his name.
Yeah.
The other one does
Dog.
add 1/1 counters, but this one creates Mowu, a legendary 3/3 green hound creature token. And it's -5 until end of turn. Target creature gains trample and gets minus or +X, where X is the number of lands you control. So there's a big finisher there potentially.
Yeah, then yeah, they could then target our commander with that. That'd be pretty cool.
With the commander damage.
About a primal adversary.
Oh, I just found an alien dog soldier.
Oh well, here you can throw him in there too.
What was yours, Primal
Uh,
Adversary?
yeah, so
Okay.
2 and a green gets you a 4/3 wolf with trample, and then when it enters, you can pay 1 and a green any number of times. You may pay this ability more than one times. Put that many +1/+1 counters on primal adversary, then up to that many target lands you control become 3/3 wolf creature tokens with haste. They are still lands. So yeah.
So my alien dog soldier that I found is Caravanastia, Loyal Lupari, for 4 and a green. Has vigilance, trample, haste. Whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each human you control. And then it also has the Lupari shield for 1 and a green. It's a sorcery adventure. Humans you control gain indestructible until your next turn.
Yeah, that's
So
good. I dig that. Yeah, you can like protect half your board state that way. Really like that. How about Universal Automaton? This is a shapeshifter changeling. So yeah, it is just a 1/1 that is every creature type. So it just kind of benefits from both sides of our engine.
oh,
Then yeah.
I found a fun doggo.
Hmm.
Arbor Adherent. It's funny because it's a dog and he's an arbor. But for 3 and a green, it's a creature dog druid. You can tap him to add 1 mana of any color. And you can tap him and add X mana of any one color, where X is the greatest toughness among other creatures you control.
Oh yeah, therefore humans are getting really big coming into
Ooh.
play off of our commander. Yeah,
Do we have a werewolf pack leader?
I don't know. But no,
Scroll,
I
scroll,
think no, I
scroll.
think then
Nope, we do not.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Double green, 3/3 creature, human, werewolf. Whenever werewolf pack leader attacks, if you attacked with creature with total power 6 or greater this combat, draw a card. Till end of turn, you can increase its base power and toughness up to 5/3 if you pay 3 and agree.
and something that'll be kind of nice to also synergize Moon Mist. It's
Yeah.
like it can be an overcosted fog if we need it to, but it can also be a one-sided combat board wipe if we need it to.
Yeah,
So
that's a
Moon
good one.
Mist for 1 and a green, you transfer all humans. Then you prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this way by non-werewolf or wolf creatures. So yeah, so it can make it like a one-sided, make combat real one-sided real quick, which is fun to do. Another creature that can kind of load to the ground who helps both sides is the 3 tree mascot. So that is a changeling for 2 colorless, and then you can pay 1 to add a map any color, activate only once each turn. We don't really need it for the filtering, we just need it to be a human and a wolf and a werewolf or low to the ground.
I've got something that fits our duck hunt and fetch and man and beast.
Hit me.
Yeah, and it doesn't really strengthen the pack, but I'm just picking all these name cards with terrible names. Buggenhagen, Wise Elder. So for 1 and a green,
Nice.
it's a legendary creature, human shaman with reach. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you draw a card, and then you can tap him to add 1 mana of any color.
That's perfect. Also, I was not expecting the stank you're gonna put on that pronunciation there. That caught me off guard. I love it.
A protection spell, Snakeskin Veil.
Oh, I love it. One of my favorite cards of all time.
For 1 green, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature you control. It gains hexproof until end of turn.
+1/+1 counters and saving our critters. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
So I think we should maybe at least put like Swiftfoot boots in there. They make little dog booties for like service dogs and stuff like that. So we can put some boots in there.
I threw another creature in here. Sorry.
Yeah, shoot.
Clamavus. So for 4 and a green, each creature you control gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on it.
Well, yeah, that works.
And he's a
Uh,
human, so.
yeah,
Oh,
And he's a guy, so no.
yeah.
I found one Silk Guard for X and a green. Instant, put a 1/1 counter on each of up to X target creatures you control, or as equipment and modified creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn.
Ooh, that one's
That's
gross
pretty
looking.
sick. Even like for one, you can save your board from
Like,
being targeted
yeah,
with certain
probably
things.
half the
Yeah.
board or more.
Do we have a
Yeah.
big horny rancher in here yet? Oh, we do not.
Say what?
Oh, sorry, big horner rancher. That is my bad. Um, so sorry. For 4 and a green, I thought that was a weird name. Anyway, it's a human ranger with vigilance, and then you can tap him and add an amount of green equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. Then you can sacrifice him. You gain life equal to the greatest toughness among other creatures you control.
Hell yeah.
And
I
then,
can dig it.
Found a cool modal card.
can you dig it?
It's a little more expensive. Let us know if we need like ramp or something. But Season of Gathering, 4 double green sorcery. Choose up to 5 paws worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. First paw, put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. It gains vigilance trample up till no turn. Second paw, choose artifact or enchantment. Destroy all permanents of the chosen type. 3 paws, draw 8 cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control.
Yeah, I mean, like, also our commander can tap for mana, so some of our top end things are a little tampered off then.
Do we have this card in here? Okay, I just found an insane card.
Hmm.
Hold on. Moonlight Hunt.
Hmm.
This is disgusting. So for 1 and a green, it's an instant that says choose target creature you don't control. Each creature you do control, that's a wolf or a werewolf, deals damage equal to its power to that creature.
Yeah, that's really funny.
That's really releasing the hounds on them.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel like there's another
Ooh, Praetor's Howl would be a good one too, because it's kind of like a tragic slip where you get a little bit of something, but if something died, you get more. So for 3 and a green, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield, and then it has Morbid. Put 3 2/2 green wolf creature tokens onto the battlefield if a creature died this turn.
ooh.
That should be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we Moonlight Hunt and just absolutely eat a creature to death, and then we can Praetor's Howl and get
Ooh.
3 wolves.
How about real quick a ranger class? This is a level up enchantment class. First step, when it enters, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Level 2 for 1 and green. Whenever you attack, put a 1/1 counter on target attacking creature. And level 3, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast creature spells from top of your library. I think
Okay.
that adds
Nice.
redundancy to one other card I saw earlier.
So going back to our Planeswalker thing, Mowu, Loyal Companion.
Oh, it has its
Yeah.
own card.
Yeah. Then it also has +1/+1 counter synergy. So like trample and vigilance, if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on Mowu Companion, put that many +1 counter on it instead. Then I want a couple more low to the groundish dogs. So
We have 2 more spots left.
okay, we can go through and kind of trim some fat in a second, but AINOK, Wayfarer.
Wayfarer, you got just what I need.
Then when this creature enters, mill 3 cards. You may put a land card from among them into your hand. If you don't, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And then Wary Watchdog. Whenever it enters or dies, surveil 1, and that's 3/1 for 1 and a green. Yeah.
I have 2 artifacts that I think would be a good idea in this deck.
Okay.
So the first one is Ronus's Monument.
Okay. Oh, yes, that's a great idea.
So that one would make all of our green creature spells cost one less. Whenever we cast a creature spell, target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. And then the other one is Ozolith the Shattered Spire. That costs $8.93 on TCG Player. So for one and a green, if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on an artifact or creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. +1. And then you can pay one and a green, tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on target artifact or creature you control, activate only as a sorcery, and then you can cycle it for 2.
Nice. So
So
then,
we're at 102.
okay, let's go. There's another low to the ground dog I wanted to add, which would be nice because it also kind of helps with lands. Enoch Guide. It is for one and a green. When it enters, you choose one. Either it enters with a +1/+1 counter, or you search your library for a basic land card, reveal that, put it on top. Then, so yeah, so it's like can help you search for a land, or it can just enter with counters and engage in those synergies. There's one human I wanted, the human from Tarkir that makes it so spells can't be played on your turn. Surak, Elusive Hunter, for 2 and a green. This spell can't be countered. Trample whenever creature you control or creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability and opponent controls, draw a card. So yeah. So we can start doing some filtering now.
We just cut 4 lands and we're good.
I mean, our commander's a dork, so yeah, we can just do that. No. So that one's each creature with flying, the Corrosive Gale.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one. So
Yes.
then I keep
That
scrolling
would
down. There
hurt
might.
us too.
Well, no. The only way we can give things with flying is to make them indestructible as well. So it would never hurt us.
Okay.
I know there's a single target one I put in there.
Yeah. There's.
Probably be cut or something.
Yeah. There's an instant that
That's
was
a
a
good
single
one.
target. That one. That makes the
Yeah,
That
food.
one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get
We'll
rid of
crop
that
that
one?
one. Yep. That's good.
that's
Okay.
cool.
Then we can Moonlight Hunt, where we do the damage to a single target. That's instant speed. Never mind. I like that one.
Okay. I think that one's really fun. That one's like activating a trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Um,
That one can the Return of the Wild Speaker can be a nombo at some times. So
Okay.
yeah. So
all right. 2 more.
uh,
We
then
like that one.
yeah, I like that one.
We like that one. That one's fun. We like that one. I think we're good on
There,
artifacts. I think
you
those
said
stay.
you said the Oozolith there is a print that's under $11.
Y-
Oh yeah,
This one's
on
this one's
on TCG.
893. Yeah.
Yeah, on TCG. Okay, we're good.
Yep. Let's see. Feed the pack.
Helps us go wide. It can convert like tall creatures into wide creatures that then we cast.
Yeah, and we have plenty of
Okay.
creatures in this deck, so
Mhm.
Yeah,
that'll be good. Yes.
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
a good one. Hardened Scales is a good one.
Calling Moon's really good.
Of course.
Uh, yeah.
The
So
Ranger class
Is it
is
another
iffy for
is it
me.
another time of getting rid of unnatural growth?
you know we
Mechanic.
can keep
Is it-
unnatural growth this time.
Okay.
But you said Ranger class is iffy. Uh,
Yeah, I found a different class that might be better, but this one's okay.
I mean, like, I don't hate it.
I
It's
like
only
it. It
one,
makes
Yeah.
us it makes
For
us
but
two, yeah. For
it's only
two,
one extra 1/1 counter per combat though.
yeah, but then like
But
on
there's card
two,
advantage.
on two, you get the just on cast you get a 2/2 green wolf. I mean, that's kind of like it's doesn't. So what's the go up to the Bighorn Rancher? What's he doing these days? Add
uh
that equal to the greatest power among creatures you can. He's other maybe
and he's a way for us to gain life back too, just in
yeah.
case.
He's a little top. He's a little might be a touch on the top end. We'll look at some other 5 cards and see if there's ones that we like.
Do you
True.
want me to go down here and see?
Yeah, because I think
Got a decent chunk.
7.
yeah,
So our Planeswalker is
yeah,
5.
yeah.
The Big Horny Rancher is 5. Claim of Us is 5. Each creature you control gets +1/+1 for each +1. That's too good to get rid of.
Mm.
I really like
Yeah, also that one's
ridiculous
that
dog.
one's flexible, so that could be a 2 cost sorcery too. Because a cage breaker is great at reestablishing a board state.
Yep. Overrun.
Uh,
That one's a fun one.
I don't. Do we need it though?
Traverse the Outlands.
Yeah, because I think once we get to, I think our top end's at 6, and with our commander, we can kind of cast anything
We
at
have one at 7.
yeah. So That's over. Wait, what's her 7?
Howl of the Night
Uh,
Pack.
Oh yeah, that can like absolutely reestablish a board state after board wipe. So
Yep.
we want to keep that one.
So we want to
So
get rid of Traverse the Outlands.
yeah,
Okay.
then
nice. 101.
okay, then we just leave it 101 for 101 Dalmatians, and we'll just play legally.
Perfect. No one needs to know.
Legal.
No one needs to know.
Okay.
So for our 6, we have Averbrook Caretaker, Surak and Goreclaw,
Yeah,
Tolvamar's Huntmaster,
yeah.
Season of Gathering, and Feed the Pack.
Those are, I think our top end's solid. I think we can,
Yeah, I think those
I
are all
think
good.
we can look at our 2 drops. I
Let's
think
go to
there's one and there's
2 for
there's
sure.
2 that's like inefficient.
Okay.
Plus 2 drops compete with our commander. So
Yeah. So then I think we can the go to the 2 Inox, not that one but the other one, the Wayfarer. That one, which one's more that one,
Well, this
I
is
guess
making
they
us
do the same
mill.
thing.
That one's making us.
Yeah. Well, I guess we don't really
yeah,
have
they
I would
almost do
say
the
we
same
don't
thing.
we kind of don't want to mill because if we get rid of something we can't get back, we don't have ways of getting playing in our graveyard.
How
Yeah,
many does
true.
it do? 3 cards?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
a good
let's cut
enough
that
reason.
one. Yeah. That's enough reason. Yeah, let's cut him. Yeah.
And
Then
we are at 100.
What?
we
Holy molars!
I want
we did it.
to honorary mention a card. Horn of Gondor. It has 3 and tap it. Create X 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens where X is the number of humans you control. So that's something that gets insanely out of control in like 2 or 3
Especially
turns.
if everything's a human. Do we
Forget
put that
about
in
it.
there and
It's
just
just
cut?
cool.
Do we put it in there and cut 1 land?
Or like a cheap human.
What was it? What was it
The
again?
Horn
Sorry.
of Gondor.
Horn of Gondor, it's a legendary artifact. When it enters, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token and has 3 tap. Create X 1/1 white human soldier tokens, where X is the number of humans you control.
Oh, that's pretty sick. Yeah. We can cut let's
Yeah, like even if our creatures are wiped out and we can play this on like turn 3 or 4, we can ramp it up really quick.
yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty sick. How about let's
Do we want to keep looking at our 2 drops?
yeah,
or
2 or 3.
look,
It's
look at
real quick.
take a peek sees at the 3s.
Take a peek. Sees at the 3s. Okay, we got
Yeah.
Champion of Lameholt,
Mhm.
Primal Adversary,
Mhm.
Realm Walker, which that art is absolutely beautiful. I love
That's
it.
cool.
And it has a wolf in it.
Summon Fenrir.
Mhm.
Surak Elusive Hunter.
Yeah. Ain't no
Huskard
way.
Capitan.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that.
Wild Beastmaster.
Mhm.
Cultivate. We need that.
Hmm.
Choose your weapon. I like that one a lot. Inspiring Call.
Draw. Oh no, it's
That
yeah.
one's that one's
Sick,
too
yeah.
good to get
Yeah.
to get rid of. We have the Horn of Gondor.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, we can just get rid of that one.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Sorry.
the Monument we've got to keep because that helps cut down on costs. Uprising.
No, that's good. We need card draw for sure.
Howl at the Moon.
Also, dumb
That'll be
question.
pretty handy
Go
and
over
useful.
Garruk's Uprising. So if a creature enters with the counters, if it would enter as a 3/3, but it enters with counters to make it a 4/4 or tall or stronger, do you get to draw a card because it enters with the counters?
If it enters, sure, but like after it enters the battlefield, if there's an effect that adds 1/1 counters on it, then I would say no. But most of them enter with the counter, so I think that
Okay.
would count.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have Howl at the Moon. Howling Moon. Not to be
All right.
confused with Howling Mine.
Horn of Gondor,
And-
get out of here.
Are you sure?
No, I
I
was
don't know.
joking.
Horn of
I was
Gondor.
literally joking. No, I really like that pick.
I really like Horn of Gondor. I think if we went down 1 land, we wouldn't.
Well,
I
what do
don't
you
know. We're even on creatures.
Yeah.
what do you call that? Like an exponential card that just like doubles every. Yeah, whatever. How about 2 drops? Or maybe I added something else that was goofy.
About Torgal, a Fine Hound. I think. If
Yeah, we don't
cut
need that guy.
it would be fine.
Oh, he has an awesome alternate art, by the way.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Let's see.
it's a
Let's
full
see.
art.
Switch printing. This one?
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Okay.
It's like an anime art, I think.
Let me see it.
Anime-esque.
Looks like a
Oh yeah, it
porcupine
might be one of
donkey.
the OG Final Fantasy artists or something.
Warrior Watchdog.
No, we need our good
These are
cheap low the ground doggies.
Yeah. So how about
It's
we?
tough.
What are we adding?
The Horn of Gondor is what we added.
Okay.
So we could get rid of it, but I think we could just absolutely fill up the
Yeah.
board with that too.
Yeah, I could see. Actually, no. Go.
Oh, go ahead.
Good. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna go down to Ranger class
Or just cut
potentially.
Ranger. Just cut Ranger
Yeah.
class because you were on the fence about that one anyway. And the
Yeah.
enchantments. Yeah.
It
Sure.
only creates one token
Yeah. This one
and
is
gives a
kind of.
little advantage, but this one's repeatable exponential
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Josh,
tokens.
that brings up a good point. We got to play a game. We forgot to say that we played a game before we went to WrestlePalooza at your house, and Sammy was working on a deck of making cuts and stuff. And you brought up a good point of when you're making cuts, what cards are you drawing that you wish were other cards? And
Sure.
Keith brought
Like
that
game
up. I mean,
cards.
you already kind of said that, I don't know if I really want this. And then we just found a card that you wished was a different card. So that worked out
Yeah, well,
perfectly.
Horn of Gondor late game, yeah, that's still very good, I
Yeah.
think.
Mid game. Yeah. Seems
All
good.
right.
Also, our commander's pretty low to the ground, so we can get him out a bunch too. We don't have much graveyard recursion, but if our deck's working right, we've probably already like
Ooh,
overrun and been.
Are we feeling good? I think we
I'm
should.
feeling. I'm feeling pretty
I have
good.
a random thought though.
What?
Jaheira gives the tokens tap for like green mana, and we have various different tokens. That would be cool
Yeah, I
for
think. Yeah.
extra ramp, but we
I,
might not need it.
yeah.
We
No.
have
I
a
don't.
decent curve.
Yeah, we have a decent curve. Like, let go back to our curve again. We want to just pull some test hands.
Sure.
I feel pretty good about
Oh
this
yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I mean, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
Three
Beautiful.
lands.
Maybe a little flooded, but
Oh,
uh,
no, we still got
we got.
good lower costed
Looks
hands.
Yeah.
like
No.
we're coming around 3 every time.
Nah, this looks
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. No. I think this is one
Yeah,
of our
I
better
think we're good.
curves. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think we're looking
being on
good.
the curve every
Yeah.
time.
All
Yeah.
right,
No.
let's go
That's
ahead and pick our themes. So we've got
plus one
plus
counters
ones
for
for
sure.
sure.
Yes, yes, sir.
Um,
Honestly, just kind of.
that's it.
That's
So
that's really it. No, like sincerely, I think we're our plus one counter deck. We
Budget?
yeah,
Are you,
absolutely
yeah, we
budget.
are
we're
at $91.78, by the
Yeah,
way,
kept
on
it
this
under a
deck.
hundo. Let's
I
go.
bam, bam,
love it.
bam.
I love it. Um, yeah. Let's see if we've got anything.
Yeah, honestly, I guess it's like a mixed typle, so I don't even want to call it like typle because it's kind
Yeah.
of uh yeah, no, I think we're good with it's a plus one counter deck and that's mono green. Yeah, that's there we go. That's another one I'm comfortable putting.
Well, we've got some other ones too. We will also
Tokens.
have
We have tokens
we
like
have
crazy.
tokens.
Would
We
that count as
also
tempo?
have
Because we have a good curve.
webcam friendly. Yeah.
Tempo?
Yep.
Is that what that means? You're
Well,
steadily
it's
ramping
kind of
things
like
up
also
every turn,
like
or
pacing
no?
with control with tempo. I always
Hmm.
think of control with tempo as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not like real great on the
So
archetypes.
go
Huh?
temp
Huh?
we're not control.
No, no, no.
No, I
Not
said
literally.
remove tempo because we're not really control. We can just
Removed him. Okay, sorry, sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
Tempo.
yeah. Yeah, just because I only really wanted to spot control for the Flyers because like other than that we're pretty good. I think we're gonna kick butt with this for under
Oh,
$100.
we are at bracket
Oh,
2.
I thought we picked a game changer on accident, but it's
No,
just a
we
tutor.
just have one tutor.
All
Mhm.
right, we checked all the boxes.
Yeah,
All
let's
right, how would
go.
you want to describe this deck, Josh?
You know,
Don't bark up the wrong tree. I'm just
let's
kidding.
let's see. We can kind of put together like
We've
last time some of the names of some
got
of the categories because the
our wolf
categories were
packs.
Year of the Dog, a fine deck is the name of the deck. We can get off the counter, man, the best friend, release the hounds, strengthen the pack, man and beast, duck hunting, and
Get off the counter or we'll release the hounds.
yes, I love it. There we go. Love
Oh,
it.
yay.
All right. I think that's an awesome deck there, Josh.
Yeah, those test hands were looking pretty nice.
I wanted to really thanks for I know I put like extra restrictions on us, but after the horse build and also all three of my decks were monocolor and to kind of like do something goofy and really stick with the theme. So you guys did great in choosing cards and finding synergies that work with the plus one counters and other benefits and cards I might not have thought of going to. So I really like where it wound up.
I really like that deck. I think that would be a fun one, and it's a super budget deck. So like if people want to play that one, it wouldn't cost an arm and a leg to make
Yeah,
it happen and play
I
it.
mean, like these are cards that like some of your friends might just have in bulk because there's like
Yeah.
tons of like commons and uncommons in there. So if they were playing during those sets, there's a ton of Innistrad in there. So and there's Innistrad Remastered just recently. I think about half those cards are from Innistrad Remastered. So you just pick them up
Yeah.
with recent reprints and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it may be monocolored and low bracket, but there's a lot of synergy there. It's definitely not a weak deck.
yeah,
No. Yeah.
no,
I
that's
think that
good.
one's a sneaky link deck for sure.
Yeah, no, like I feel like I've said it once, I'll say it again. I feel like a, a well-tuned budget Krinko deck will beat
Oh yeah.
90% of the decks I make. So like you don't have to spend a lot of money on a deck to make it good or like to be consistent with it. So I'm really happy with where that wound up.
All right. Perfect. Um, with that, next week is the grand finale of the Chinese Zodiac deck build series, with the Year of the Pig, and I will be hosting that deck, and we'll be building that one. Um, it'll be a fun time. If
Yeah,
anybody has any ideas for the Year of the Pig Commander, let us know. We miss people commenting and letting us know who they like, who they want us to build, because sometimes we get lucky and that's who we build. So it's always fun. I do want to say this upcoming weekend is James Dean Day's weekend. So if anybody's out there that listens to this podcast, I mean, I'll be there most of the weekend. I think Sam will be uh, trying to, at least. It sounds like he might have some work that he has to do, but Sam might be out there. So um, I don't know. Keith, will you be there at all? You
I'm not
planning on it?
sure. I
Okay.
might go. It's been a couple of years since I've been
Yeah.
either there or Gas City. They have one Ducktail run at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yep. So
I mean,
Josh,
foot long hot dog, corn dog sounds pretty good to me. So,
Josh, you want to come hang out for James Dean weekend at all?
uh, oh, play it by ear.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
but
Play it by elephant ear. I
yep,
like it.
yep.
Yeah, so if you're gonna be in Fairmount, Gas City, hanging out, looking at old cars, spending some time in the old days, having a good time, and bump into us, say hi. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. It'll be awesome.
I did want to comment something going into the next
Ooh.
episode. That
Okay. All
was
right.
to I want people to like be with us and join us like this. It's been such a fun project to do this Chinese Zodiac build and to get all the way to episode 12 and like have such a fun time with the process. I really appreciate working with everyone at Hexproof from Ward, like Nathan, Keith, and Sam on this vision that we've been able to bring to its uh, bring to the precipice. And we really appreciate you tune in with us next week if you want to be a big pig too.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
We love y'all.
oh,
We appreciate everybody tuning in every week. And it's definitely fun being able to get together and talk through this game that we all love to play and kind of brought us all together in the first place. So,
yeah.
um,
And real quick, if you don't have any comments on the specific video, maybe you could, is there any like topic you'd like to see us discuss or anything like that? Yeah, let us know.
yeah, that's a good point because we're gonna take a break from deck building for a little while. So, if you have any ideas that you want us to cover, like Keith was saying, let us know. If you have any commanders that you'd like for us to talk about, or give you ideas on tips on how to build your deck that you want to build, let us know. And we would love to be like in your back pocket, kind of in your toolkit of like, let us know how we can help you on your deck build. We just want to kind of take a break from the deck building, switch it up a little bit, and then we'll be back to deck building after a while. Um, Sam, his work's going to take him away from us for a little while, so we're working on having some guests uh, in the episodes with us. So that's going to be fun. Having some new special folks with us once every episode. Um, So we're looking forward to that. We'll keep you all in the loop on that. So with that, does our episode resolve this time?
I think it resolves.
It resolves.
All right, perfect. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Hexproof from Ward. If you like what you heard, you can continue to listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube. You can also give us a follow on Instagram and Blue Sky. We'll see you next week.